Alright, everyone, viewers, today we are going to talk about something very important, which is Sololearn. Alright, so Sololearn, if you're actually working on SQL, this video will actually help you solve all the projects in the SQL in Sololearn app. Alright, and also with the project, it's very difficult that if you don't actually understand how the codes are being written, you find yourself wanting. In this video, we have all the codes that we are actually going to show you so that you'll be able to solve everything and have your certificate. Okay, and in the Sololearn SQL, we have 3 projects and it starts from 1, 2, and 3. And as you starting and also going, the harder it becomes. So in this video, we are going to show you how you are going to write the codes to all the project, and also as I'm going, you hear all the explanation so that you'll be able to understand how everything, so that the next time you meet it somewhere, you can still work with it. So now let's go to the video. Alright, so with this video, I'm actually going to help you so that you can solve all those problems or projects, and also I will explain for you to understand the reason why we use those codes. Alright, so I'll go to the first code, alright, which is 8 code project. Alright, so this is the question that we are going to work on. So you read the question, and also this is the table, and the table name is cakes. Alright, and also the keywords that we are actually going to derive our code from is order by and also limit. Okay, so in here it says that today a customer wants a cake set that has minimal calories. So write a query to sort the case by calories count and select the first 3 cakes from the list to offer the customer. So what it means that the customer actually needs cakes that contain low calories. Okay, so in here we have to write a code that will actually do that. And also so with this one we're going to use order by and limit. So let's go straight to the code. Alright, so in the code you can see that everything is in here, and this is how you are going to write the code. Now we have the data base already in, so now we have to call on the table that we are going to get the, this one. We are going to get this calories and also the name. So we have to select the name, the calories from cake table. Alright, so from cakes. So the order by, actually what it does is that it arrange the calories orderly. Okay, and by default it's always in ascending order, which means that it always start from the small number to the higher number. And also we have by calories limit 3. Alright, so what the limit does is, the limit, it always give you the number of data that you actually want to see. So if I said that I want my the data to appear with 5 data, I'll set it to limit 5, meaning that when it reach 5 it shouldn't go beyond 5. So looking at the result, okay, so with the result you can see here that it actually gave us from the lowest to the highest. So you can see that Opera K had 90, 100 and also 100. Okay, so it will arrange it in order and also display 4 data to 3 to the customer. Yes, so that's it for the first code and also the first project. Alright, so let's get to the second project. Alright, so the second project, that is the 17 code project. Okay, so the 17 project talks about apartment. Okay, so in here it says that you want to rent an apartment and have the following table name apartment. So the table is named apartment. Alright, and the keyword that we are going to use to work on this course is AVG, meaning average. So it says that write a query to output the apartment whose price are greater than the average and are also not rented by the price colon. All right, so let's get to the codes. So now we need to select the table that we are actually going to derive the result from. So here you can see that we select ID, city, address, price, and also the status. And with this one, we are going to check it from the status, because the status that we are going to actually look for the the apartment that are not rented. Okay, so you select all of them, and now from the apartment where price, so now we are going to check the price. Now we are going to check that after everything being summed and also taking the average, we need to compare the price that is actually above the average. Okay, so if maybe the price that is not above average, it won't display. And also the prices that are actually above the average price of the apartment, it should display them, and also orderly by from the least price to the highest. So let's go to the result. Okay, so this is the result. So in here we have the city ID, city address, price, and also we have the apartment that are not being rented. So you can see that the apartment that are not being rented, we have the 800, 900, and 1000. So it have arranged it orderly, and in the course, the one that we should use to arrange the apartment was the price. So the price will actually determine where the apartment should be. So from the least to the highest, the 800, which was the number 2, or the least being 800, and also 900 and 1000. And somebody will ask that why is it that the number 3 couldn't show? Is because that the average was actually higher than the price, so it couldn't display. And the code says that we should display those one where the price is greater than the average. So if the price isn't greater than the average, there's no way it's going to display the result. So that's it for the second project. All right, so let's get to the last project. And as you solving, the higher you go forward, the difficult the project becomes. So the last one, which is the 28 code project, which talks about zoo. So in here it says that you manage a zoo. Each animal in the zoo comes from a different country. Here are the tables you have. So now the table we have here is animal. The name that is for the table is animal, and also the second table is countries. Now the first thing is a new animal has come in with the following details: named, slim, type, giraffe, country ID 1. So add him to the animal table. So the first question says that we should add you should add a data to the first table, which is the animal table. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to insert this data into the animal table. So the keywords that we are going to use in this project is insert and also inner join. So the first thing that we are going to do with is insert, and if you look at the first question, it's talk about inserting the data into the table. All right, so in the code, starting from number 2, insert into animal, name, type, and country ID, value, the slim, giraffe, and also the country code ID is 1. So when you do this, it will actually input all this data into the animal data, and it will actually display in there. All right, so let's get to the second one. The second one says that you want to make a complete list of animal for the zoo visitors. Write a query to output a new table which with each animal name, type, and country field sorted by country. The moment you hear sorted, meaning that you have to be in order. Okay, They have to be in order, meaning that we are going to use the order by in our codes. So let's go to the codes. All right, so starting from 4, select animal.name, comma, animal.y, countries from animal, inner joined countries on animal.country underscore id equals to countries.id order by country. All right, so what this actually means is that we are joining animal table and also the countries table, and with this one there are selected columns that we are actually going to use to join, and have been specified in question 2 that we should take the animal name, type, and also the country field. And this is the animal name, the type, and the country field, which is the USA, Russia, India. So what we are going to do here is that where we see 3, you should be able to identify that as India. Where we see 1, you should be able to tell us that it's USA. So in here, the order by will help us by with the country. It will help us arrange it that where the ID is 1, you should make sure that it should go with USA. So let's go to the codes, the result, and so in here we have the name, type, and country. So you could see that what we actually inserted was slim, giraffe, and it was 1, and that's USA. So you can see that we have slim, giraffe, and USA, and we have 3 which was India, and 2 was Russia. So that's how everything works. Yes. Okay, now I think that you've actually learned something and also understand how the codes actually reads. And so please continue learning the SQL, and also I'll be having a lot of videos on SQL. You can subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Also share for others to also get opportunity to watch the videos. And also I know that this video have actually helped you. So please, I would like to enjoy your comment below so that will actually help me do a lot of things. So please, thanks for watching my video, and also bye bye.